Hello everyone. Welcome back to another script log or devlog, whatever I like to call this. My name is your German scientist. I am a scripter for the Roblox group Refined Gentleman, and I have been trying to make an inventory system. Just to recap from the last episode, we had the UI working as well as starting to go into selecting the UI. So I'm going to hit stop. I have to show you guys. I did a single thing last episode. I had the selected variable inside of the events local script, which was inside of the module script. But now I only have the local function selected. Now, the reason I'm doing this is to make it easier on myself since this is still a variable local to the player. It's just not in events. So it will make my life easier. Now, what this actually means too is I might be able to completely get rid of items as well. So, get rid of items. And I go into here and I do local functions dot selected is equal to, oh, sorry, items is equal to 0. So now, getting rid of this, I then do, after here, we're going to put local functions dot items is equal to plus or equal to 1. And now this does the same thing. I'm going to do Control H, which is a find and replace service. I'm going to find items, and I am going to replace it with, wait, I need to make sure this is not, this is case sensitive. How? I don't have to worry about it. So I'll do local functions dot items. Now, if I go back through here, I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that one. Yes, I do. Wait. Okay. Why won't this work? I do not get it. I haven't used this in quite some time, so you're going to have to bear with me here. You know what? It might just be easier to put this in as local functions and just, I'm going to copy this. I don't know why I didn't do that from the beginning. So now what I have here is that. And now I saved myself from having variables in here. This is pretty nice. Pretty nice. So since we have selected in here too, that means that let's get some testing in here. So I'm going to print test 2 because this is in a second scope where a scope is, if I can go back to this screen real quick, a scope, the basis of it is it's all of your if variables. It's the if then end. So anything inside of here is inside of the scope. This entire thing is the scope. Or not the code inside is necessarily the scope, that's just the code inside. But the if then, for do, while do, all of that stuff. So if I can go back to here, I'm going to do a test to check if selected is nil. When we're referencing this variable, local functions dot selected, and then what we can do here is, since we're not changing selected, this should work. And if this doesn't work, then we are going to print out this, this, not this, um, just to see if this works. So if I go into here, I click it. So test 1 and test 2 are successful. Now, this is good. I I did something. Hurrah, huzzah, hooray. Anyways, getting off of that, I am going to do, I believe I did font face, so I'm going to do, oh dear, what did I do before? Um, oh wait, there we go. So, hotbar, index, font face, bold. Okay, so let's see. If this is successful, I will be very happy. I will be a very happy man. No, it is not successful. So let me again put this into a comment, and we are going to do a print function, and we're going to print out the index. Now let's see. 1. So it does understand I'm selecting 1. Now, oh, I see. Wait, no, I do not see. Dot font face dot bold is equal to true. Now, this is a Boolean statement, so I'm not understanding. Let's see, it will tell us, I'm pretty sure. Dot font face dot bold is equal to true. Now, let's try this. Let's do some testing over here. So button dot font face dot bold is equal to true. Now if I pick it up, no, it does not work. So our code does work, but we need to find another way to turn this bold. Maybe I do want to still do bold. So let's see if there's any way dot bold is equal to true. But that statement does not work. Hmm. Button dot. Ooh. No, I don't want to do that. Button. Hmm. Ooh. I see what we. I have something. Now, if anyone wants to critique this on in the comment section, be well aware you're able to. I am just going to try this because I want to see what it looks like. No, what the heck? Okay. So inside of here, I am going to turn the background transparency, which should be over here, to 0.4. Let's do 0.2. Right, so it looks, like that, right? So if I were to put this back into replicated storage and play test this just real quick, yes, it does indeed have some sort of transparency. So the reason I want to do this, if it's not already obvious, is I'm going to do dot background transparency. I'm not sure if there's a capitalization there, but it's equal to 0. Now if I were to play this, I were to go up to it, hit it, it works. Now we have a working piece of code. Now we have to duplicate this just to make sure it works for multiple items. So let's say I have 1, and I have 2, and I hit 2, and then I hit 1. Wow! It does it. Amazing. Now, see, we had an issue there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but inside of there, I could hit 1 and 2, and the other would not deselect. So the reason this is happening and the reason I'm allowed to do this is because it's looking if selected is nil and then doing whatever I'm selecting, but we never change what selected is equal to when we're finished. So I'm going to do local functions dot selected is equal to index. What this will allow me to do, if I pick up 1 and then I pick up 2, and instead of picking up or selecting 2, I'll select 1 first. I selected 1, but I can't really show you guys this, but I'm hitting 2, I'm pressing 2, and nothing's happening, which is that is good news. Sorry. So, the next thing that we can do is we got to do an else if, right? So these all, I wish I could do else because, if selected is equal to something, but unfortunately, that would just cause issues, which I've seen in the past. So we're going to do else if local functions dot selected is equal to index, then, oh, forgot the double equals again. But if it's equal to index, what's going to happen, or what we want to happen is that it deselects instead of selecting, right? Because if you've ever played a game before and you click the same button that you select, you want to deselect it, right? So what we're going to do here is we're just going to copy this line of code and we're going to do 0.2. And then it's basically doing the exact opposite that our original uh, our first function or first scope did. Sorry, first half of the scope. Because if you see, this is basically the inverse because it turns selected. This turns selected into index, but this turns selected into nil, and it's just a repeating cycle, right? So now if we play this, we don't even have to grab 2, we just have to see. It does in fact work. Cool. I don't know if that's very obvious. I'm going to check OBS just real quick, so my screen might be a little bit wonky. Yes, that's pretty obvious. So we have a functioning piece of GUI, which is quite cool. But now we run into an issue where if I am trying to hit 1, and in most games it's possible, and it's a pretty nice feature to have, if I hit 1, right, and I have this selected, and I try to hit 2, nothing's going to happen, which is very annoying for some games. So let's say I have like a flashlight out and this is 1, right? And in 2, I have a key card, right? And let's say I really need to switch over as quickly as possible and I don't really have time. I guess it's more of a quality of life thing, but it's still, it bugs me. So, else if, and then we have yet another piece of the scope. We're going to do local functions dot selected is wait. I'm trying to remember because I did this before. So else if is not equal to selected. Oh wait, is not equal to index or nil, then. So what this is going to do is it's basically saying, oh wait, you know what I could do? Instead of saying this, I could just say if, else, else, then else, right? Because the only other option, if it's not index or nil, then it's something else, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do hotbar index. Wait. No, 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 no. Here is something. This is also a tutorial, kind of, if anyone wants to follow along. But this is how I solved my problem. I did hotbar local functions dot selected dot background transparency, and this is again whatever thing you're changing about it. So this is the thing that's going to be deselected is equal to 0.2. So what this is saying is that whatever was so let's say I selected 1, right? So if I had 1 selected and then I fire on something else that isn't selected, so let's say 2, that is going to change the selected one to be deselected. And then I'm going to have to do the other. So this one is going to be index. So this is the thing that they're pressing. So this could be 2, 3, 4, whatever. Background transparency is equal to 0. And then just to do a fact check on this, we're going to do dot selected is equal to index. So now this should be all the code we need in order to solve our problem. So I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to get 1, and I'm going to get 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, it works, and it might appear to you guys like I'm just quickly switching off of 1 and then 2 like this, but I'm not. That is fully interactable GUI, which is quite nice. Now, I wouldn't say it's fully interactable because now we have yet another step. So if I go back into my um, whiteboard, and by the way, if anyone wants to use this, it is on Miro.com, and it's quite the nice app. I am going to get rid of this. It's it's quite nice. And not sponsored, by the way. Okay, so now that we have here, now that we're in here, sorry, we're going to drag over physical space over here. And here is something that we have to solve, right? We have to make it so whenever we interact with the GUI, it loads stuff into the physical space. So GUI to tool. Oh, whoa. Not tool. Tool interaction. So what I'm basically saying here is that let me get out my example. So load back into here. I pick up this block. So let's say I select the block, right? What I am trying to do is I'm trying to get it from my backpack into my hand. So if I were to do this manually, I would take the backpack right here, not the backpack, 1, and I would drag it into my character. And then, as you can see, it is in my hand, and I can use it, whatever this would be, right? And then deselecting, same thing. So this actually um, causes an issue because whenever as if you I will I'm stuttering my words very badly, but I'm going to show you that issue when it arises and how to solve it. So now that we have hotbar select, the which you can interact with the GUI, we now want to reference the piece of material that you're using. So character, oh, sorry. So we're going to go to, hmm, I also want to do local functions. Actually, I just want to do local. Local player is equal to, oh, I can do that. Game.players.localPlayer. Are you kidding me? That saves me so much time. Huh. So, I didn't realize that. I guess it is inside of the player. That's quite cool. That is quite cool. Oh, player. And also we can get rid of this line of code because we already know what the destination's going to be, and we can change that, of course, but for now, that's it. So if I were to play this, I click this. Hey, it works. Nice. And by the way, I just want to put this out there. I am free and up for any code suggestions, so if anyone finds an error or something that, could be improved, I would greatly appreciate if you tell me that if you have enough experience. If you don't, it's quite fine if you follow along. It's just anyone out there that can help me. So, here is... Ooh, wait. We want to do that, and then also, no, we'll keep that for now. So the other thing I want to do is reference the character. So that is going to be player.character. So in here, I'm going to say, so this is the one that selects it. So player dot, or oh, whoops. I'm just too used to doing that. Character dot, oh, what am I doing? Player dot backpack, and then index dot parent is equal to character. Now, if I were to play this, we only want one piece of code working, and it does not. Why is this? That is a great question. Let's figure that out. So I select it. I go into Player, Ninja Joa, Backpack, and it does go somewhere. Whoa, where did it go? Where did it go? Now, it's doing something, but I'm just not sure as to what. So I'm going to select it, and then where does this go? Huh. See, I don't know what in the world character dot right. No. I'm going to do player dot character and see what happens. Oh, why does that work now? Okay. I mean, I'll take it. So I'm just going to get rid of that. That's quite strange why that didn't work. I do not know. And then same thing. We're going to do player dot character index dot parent is equal to player dot backpack. I go into here. Now, the test. It works. What luck. Giddy giddy. And I pick up another one. Now, the way we can tell that this works is if I were to color this, what do I want to color this? green. Let's say green. Right. So I pick up the green block. It works. It's green. I pick up that one, and it can differentiate. Nice. So I'm going to Control Z that because I don't really care about for the color green if I'm being quite honest. So I want to do this all in the same line of code, and the player won't even realize what's going on. It will be too fast, so I can do this wherever I want. I'm first going to do, let's see, so in the model, so we're going to do player.character, and then local functions dot selected dot parent is equal to player dot backpack. Oh, the code editor does do something occasionally, which is quite nice. And it works. And the reason I can tell it's working is because you see that slight delay. That means it's grabbing another block. So, you might be asking, I was talking about how there was a problem that needs a solution. So there's actually two problems, right? So the first being that you can still see there's a proximity problem even when I'm holding this out, which is kind of annoying, isn't it? I mean, imagine you're holding out a flashlight and you're in first person and you're literally just trying to shine it and you see that prompt down there. Imagine how annoying that would be. So we need to make sure that whenever we pick it up, it disables itself, right? So I'm going to get rid of that block. I'm going to keep this one and just edit the script. So script.parent.enabled is equal to false. And whenever we introduce dropping, I will have to do some more with the enabling of the proximity prompt, but for now, we're not going to worry about that. And then also, I have to make another script, and you're going to be asking, but why, you're a German scientist? And the reason is this thing right here called touch interest. So a great way I like to describe touch interest is that it basically it is a piece of information that tells the server, look, you have to constantly be checking if this part or this thing is being touched, right? I'm not sure if no, you cannot add it in. So it literally just occurs in anything that has a script uh, that asks the server if it's being touched. But we don't really want that here because our script would completely break, right? So if I were to do that, no GUI pops up, nothing, right? All we have is this. So in order to delete that, we're going to do a touch delete. I'm going to call this script, and it may seem pretty obvious what it's about to do. It's going to do if, wait, actually, I'm going to create a variable, local touch interest is equal to script.parent.touch interest. If touch interest, then touch interest destroy. Now, if my code works properly, it does not work properly. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta go one step further. That is my fault. But touch interest. it's very easy to change because I made a variable instead of doing it one by one. Now if we look in here, oh, sorry, we look in here, handle, there is no touch interest. Hooray! Now the big thing is if I were, oh, dang it. So Roblox already has a built-in system on how to drop something. I'm going to drop it, and we're going to check. Now, I did not make a system for dropping just yet, but the touch interest comes back. Okay. So we don't want to do a memory. We don't want to cause memory issues. So the reason what my first idea, my initial idea was, is to make a while script, and every 5 seconds it 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 destroys the touch interest, but that would cause a memory issue because the game may have a lot of items, so we don't want to do that. So I'm going to try to think how I can do this. Can I run this script multiple times? Actually, I know a way I can test if I can run it multiple times. Pick this up, get it out, drop it. Then I go back one, and then I disable it and then enable it. No, nothing. So, hmm. We can just do a second check. So whenever we're doing whenever we're dropping an item, we can just do a second check. But for now, let's see. We have been able to make selection for all three of the use cases. And we have also solved a couple of problems with the interactability. And yeah, look at that. So I have a little bit more time to script around and just do more stuff. So the next thing I probably want to do is, let's see. So I have this. I kind of want to make stackability, right? So everyone likes stackability. It's quite a nice feature. So I am going to do in pickup. Whoa, what in the world? So it has the name of it. We should also send through stackability. So local stackability is equal to, whoa. Oh, wait a minute. That actually would work much better. This code just gave me a great idea. I go into server script service and I make another module script. And this one is called stackability, right? And this one is going to be called stackable, and it's going to return stackable. So for every item, so let's say stackable dot block is equal to true. So this works pretty well. What we now have to do is require the module. So we're going to do stackability is equal to require game dot server. I I don't know if this is just a me problem, but whenever I'm looking up server, I always get server storage when I used to get server script service popping up first. I really liked that originally, but I don't like this one as much. Anyways, inventory. Wait, yeah, inventory dot stackability. We're actually gonna lump these together. Oh, whoops. Um, and now what we can do is we can pass through stackability dot block. Or stackability, sorry, tool dot name. And if we pass that along, where does this go? This fires to the client. It picks it up here, and it's going to receive stackability, and this is going to, yeah, stackability, go into here. Do we even really use destination currently? No, we don't. So I can get rid of this. Nice. Yeah, I'm making progress. So we're okay, we do need that one. Events. We don't need this, so we'll get rid of that. Um, so now since we sent that through, we got to do a conditional statement. So ooh, I have an idea. In the button template, we're going to grab this yet again. We're going to put it in here. And we are going to make something else inside of it. It's going to be a text label. And I definitely don't want it being this big. I'm going to make it like this. Whoa. What in the world? And then I put in this text label, where is it? Where's the actual text? Oh, 1. Whoa, that sticks out like a sore thumb. My goodness. So background transparency is 1. You know, I'll actually move this down like to here. And I don't know if you guys can already tell what I'm doing, but 1x. See, what this is now doing. Oh, wait, actually, if I. Do I have the name of the tool? I do. Mm, but I can't really retrieve it, so this is actually useless. Just something with the game development process. It happens occasionally. Mm. So when I pass through create button, so first of all, if stackability is equal to false, then, and inside of here, I do this. I'm actually going to put everything into here and see what should not go in there. No. All right. So we're actually going to turn block stackability to false currently. And let's just make sure this works. Whoa. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. Back into replicated storage you go. Whoa. Saw myself bald right there. Okay. Out. And it works. Hooray. Okay. So I am going to list off everything I have done today. Unfortunately, this is going to be a shorter episode. I have some real life things I have to tend to, so I'm just going to say what I did. So, fixed selection, modified item, made working GUI. Hooray! Also, my handwriting is not good on computer, if you couldn't already told. Made working GUI and not UI this time. Hooray. And started stackability. Now, I may actually come back to stackability later, just to let you guys know, because I have some more important issues like deletion and other such things. So, that is that. I did double the amount of stuff I did in a single day, which is quite nice, you know. Getting twice as much stuff done is quite nice. Alright, so, yet again, this is where I leave all of you. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next script log. Bye.